This video was released on Patreon earlier. If you'd like to watch my videos before they're out on YouTube, check the link in the description. Hello everyone, today I will show you how to implement a knockback mechanic when the player touches fire. Let's start with the material for damage flash effect. Right now we are using a cylinder as our character, and for this video I will create a very simple material. Open the assets folder and create a material called mCharacter Damage Flash. Open that material. For the flashing effect I'd like to use time. Then pass time into a sine node. Sine returns values from -1 to 1, but we want a positive range from 0 to 1. So add 1 to the result, and then divide by 2. Next add a linear interpolate node. Connect the division result to alpha. For A, we will create the base color. Hold 4 and click to create a float 4, set the color, and connect it to A in the loop. Next add the flashing color. Again hold 4 and click, and I'd like to use a red color, and connect it to B and the left node. Finally connect the interpolation output to the base color. If you want to adjust the flashing frequency, you can modify the period of the sine wave. For this setup I will use 0.5. Now it's time to work with the character class. Open BP character, select the capsule component, and add on component begin overlap event. Cast the other actor to BP fire. If it is fire, use the once node. Next get the character movement and set the velocity to 0 vector. Now it's time to add the formulas for knockback. Call get actor location of the character and subtract the actor location of the fire. Split the results in vector. Create a variable fire knockback angle of type float. Set the default value to 45. We need that angle because if the player only touches the ground, they might be able to avoid the knockback. Next get the cosine from degree. And the sine from that angle as well. Then make a new vector. For x, multiply cos by x. For y, multiply cos by y. And for z, set it to the sin. Normalize the results in vector. And add a variable fire knockback power of type float. Set its default value to 2000. Multiply the normalized vector by fire knockback power. And call launch character using the result as launch velocity. Next set the damage material to the cylinder. Now I recommend giving the player a fire resistance, to avoid situations where the player could be surrounded by fire. Call set timer by event. Promote time to variable fire knockback resistance time. And set the default value to 1. For the event, create a new matching event called remove fire resistance. At the start of the event, set the cylinder material back to the basic shape material. And reset the do once node. Move all fire knockback variables into the category fire knockback. Next, open the level and check how it works. And it works well. I also suggest playing with the variables to tune the effect. Thank you for your attention and see you soon!